If their Pluto is in your 10th house, this is a person who has a real make or break effect on your goals. Now, I have Pluto in my 10th house, so most of the partners I've dated have also had their Pluto fall into my 10th house as well. For example, I had wild dreams of becoming a pro wrestler. A lot of those partners with their Pluto in my 10th, there was a lot of clashes over that career choice. There's no money in that. You've been doing that long enough. You should try and do something else. That was also used as a control tactic on me more than once. If you continue wrestling, I'm no longer going to be with you. And I'd be lying to you if I said that dealing with that so much didn't become discouraging towards my own dreams over time. They can really become the factor of make it or break it with your goals, and in my experience, they've more often broken it. But it's not always like that. Sometimes that right Pluto person will come into your 10th house and they will see that superstar in you. And they're going to brainstorm on you, and they're going to look at you. They're going to pick you apart and be like, this person is money. And they will obsessively push you towards that goal. In regards to reputation, this person can transform that on a really significant level, good or bad. If you break up, make sure it is as polite and as civilized as possible, because this industry here can definitely come with a smear campaign if it's not handled right. If their Pluto is in your 11th house, there's a chance this person might introduce you to some very powerful people. The people that you meet through them might have a bigger long-term effect on you than the actual Pluto person themselves. What I don't like about this one is what that person can potentially do to your other friendships. This person's not just going to shit talk your friends. They're just going to say, hey, you're not seeing them anymore. And that's that. This person can even possibly turn friends against you. You need to really view each other as teammates and not competitors. There has to be open communication here. Don't take jabs at each other through your friends, and then, you have to find out through a friend that your partner said something bad about you. If their Pluto's in your 12th house, it could be very uncomfortable, because I feel like you're not going to be able to hold any secrets from the person. They're literally reading your mind. They see right through your shit. They're in charge, and you probably can't stand that. As uncomfortable as that is, this person can actually be very key to your healing journey. They might be a godsend and you don't know it. But in a more negative light, there can be a lot of mind games played here, because they just know how you think. They know what triggers you. They know what really gets under your skin at the deepest level. It can become very mentally draining on a person playing all those mind games. It's very similar to that 7th house almost. My tip for this is pay attention to their everyday behavior. Pay attention to how they treat other people. See if they can treat the janitor kindly before spilling all your deep shit to them. If their Pluto is in your 7th house, this is a situation where one or both of you needs to establish boundaries in regards to your individuality. The two of you together is really powerful. Like if there's a common enemy, or if there's a common goal, it's really hard to stop this duo. And when you possess so much power as a couple, there's going to be one or both people trying to keep their hand on the steering wheel of all that power. It's almost like both of you have a hard time submitting to one another. You care about one another a lot, but it's always like that, fuck you, I'm in charge. The thing is, you guys are literally operating as a single being. And if one person gets too much power over the other, you're now just operating as that person. You're just their shadow. Being attached to the hip with someone like that, that possessive, jealous energy is going to be raging. From both parties, probably. The control issues here are significant, and I've actually seen this synastry in more than one physically violent relationship. If there's a mutual goal of growth, this can be pretty transformative in a good way. But a lot of trust and a lot of compassion is needed to get to that point. Their Pluto is in your 8th house. It's almost very similar to the 6th house. Like, this person is going to try to uncover every last detail about you. But the 6th house, I feel, covers the details of the outside world, like their day-to-day routines, the car they drive, the food they eat. Whereas the 8th house, they're going to be uncovering everything that's happened to you since birth. They're plunging right into the conversations that make you uncomfortable, and that can feel intrusive. The thing, if you're feeling intruded upon, tell them. Open up what you want to open up. I mean, leave some mysterious energy there for them. And if you guys are going to be obsessing over each other like that, you guys should be putting that obsession toward a collaborative project, something productive, not just trying to turn this into a trauma talk. You can let out that trauma during sex. If there are Plutos in your ninth house, there is either going to be a significant clash of beliefs, or this person is going to change your beliefs. The thing is, if you're going to change your beliefs, you change them at your own free will. You're not going to do it because somebody's pushing you into a corner, forcing you, hey, you need to think this way. The thing is, the early days of these relationships are usually very enchanting because you're being opened up to all these new beliefs, these new perspectives. This person might even show you a new part of the world. They might move you to a new part of the world even. And they're giving you all these eye-opening perspectives and you're learning so much, and eventually you want to give them some perspective too. You have things to teach them too. There's a chance that person might not want to hear it. That person just might want to completely convert you into their ideal version of what a partner is. Nobody has time for that master and disciple bullshit. You're better than that. Look at other aspects too. One of my least favorite aspects in synastry is when someone else's Pluto falls into another person's fourth house. Tell me, who did you cheat on? Letting that homewrecker into your orbit. Okay, maybe they're not a homewrecker, but I really do see this as a person that literally destroys homes. If they're not destroying your relationship with your own family, they're just going to make sure that you raise a very miserable one together. You will never have a home together as a couple. You will simply be a guest in theirs. You guys can be raised on two completely different sets of values, but you guys are going to be raising those kids off of their values alone. Fuck this, run, throw a rock at it on the way out. If their Pluto is in your fifth house, I see this as a person that's the definition of having too much fun. It's almost like this person opens a creative box for you that's so deep. It shows you so many things that you've never seen before. You get lost in them. This may be a person that helps you grow your creativity, or this may be a person that steals your ideas. This is a person that can introduce you to alternate ways of having fun, like possibly new drugs or you taking very unnecessary risks in the name of fun. If you are a single parent, I do not see this as good synastry. For better or worse, these people will have an effect on your children. And more often than not, it's usually for worse. I've seen this synastry in charts with people who have either tried to fuck up someone's kids or tried to fuck someone's kids. Be careful getting lost in these people you date, because if you don't hold your partners accountable, your kids are going to hold you accountable one day. And those aren't going to be fun conversations. If their Pluto is in your sixth house, this is a person that takes an almost obsessive interest in your day-to-day life. Even if this person's intentions are good, you may feel like you're being intruded upon. You may feel a sense of overbearing. You can't breathe. Giving you all this advice on diet, health, routines, all this self-care stuff, but that's what self-cares them, not you. It's almost like this person cares so much that you're almost under surveillance by them, and you feel like every move of yours is being watched. In a positive way, this person can really transform your health after a long period of self-neglect and really just make you a better version of your physical self. But in a more negative light, when any person knows that much about your routines and your day-to-day life, it can create an almost stalker type energy that you need to look out for. Boundaries. It's all about boundaries. I think Pluto, anything in synastry, is all about boundaries. There, Pluto's in your first house. This is a magnetic attraction. You guys just may see each other in a quick glance, but after that glance, all you're thinking about is when you're going to see that person again. This person is going to trigger a huge transformation in yourself, for better or worse. You may even physically look like a different person by the end of this relationship, for better or worse. If someone has this synastry with you, I suggest that you guys both establish boundaries early. This is such a deep connection with so many power dynamics at play. It's important to communicate these issues because it's really easy to fall into a lot of control tactics, manipulation tactics, while dealing not just with that person, but that person dealing with you too. This can be very possessive energy. This can even be a person that views your physical body as a possession of theirs. So hot, so heavy, just don't run away with it. If their Pluto is in your second house, this person is going to have a transforming effect on your money, self-image, or values. In a positive light, this person can help you grow your bank account. They'll help you grow your self-confidence. They'll make you view yourself as an entirely different person. This is energy that fascinates you. You're going to look at them as almost like a role model. The problem with role models is sometimes you look up to them so much that you'll let them control any aspect of your life. You may look at this person as a role model in the sense of financial advisor. So as a result, you give them all control of your finances. Now they're out here spending your money. They're making you feel like shit for being broke. And then there you are at the end of it with a deflated self-esteem. It's not fun. That, or they're just a broke loser from the jump that just completely takes everything you have. You are their comfort, their stability, and their security. That can be a really good thing or a really bad thing. You want deep conversations, intense conversations, conversations you'll take to the grave, find someone who has their Pluto in your third house. There's a lot of intellectual growth here, and there's a lot to learn between both parties. There's a big power dynamic here behind the communication of the relationship. This is a person whose words can cut you very deep and whose words can have a big controlling effect over the relationship. In reality, this person might not have any form of actual control over you, but the way they talk, the way they communicate, makes you think that they do. There may be a difference in communication styles that one or both parties isn't willing to meet. With all the domination and conversation, with all the manipulation tactics while talking, eventually it's going to make one of you guys not want to communicate openly. That's where shit builds up, people start lashing out at each other, and that's where just the meanest things are said. If you want this to work, embrace having your thoughts challenged while setting boundaries.